Okay, it's vinyl score time. This first LP I picked up at the local half-price books for $6. It was more than what I usually pay for an LP, but for the price it was worth it. It's got all the hits on the LP. Everything You Always Wanted to Hear by Dion and the Belmonts. All the original hits. Well worth the $6 because you don't see anything like this at the thrift shops ever or estate sales. Pete Fountain's Golden Favorites, paid 50 cents for this one at the thrift shop in near mint shape. The instrumental hit, Hello Dolly's pretty good. Jimmie Rodgers, Twilight on the Trail, paid 50 cents for this one at the thrift in very good plus condition. For a record that's over 50 years old, it's in pretty good shape. It plays all right. Louis Armstrong Plays W.C. Handy, paid $1 for this at an estate sale in near mint shape. I'm always on the hunt out for old jazz LPs. Louis Armstrong is pretty good. So got this one at an estate sale too. Fly Me to the Moon and the Bossa Nova Pops. Joe Harnell and his piano and orchestra. This LP is awesome. It's in very good plus condition. I'm into the Bossa Nova stuff, so as far as jazz, this one is pretty good. I highly recommend that one. Jonah Jumps Again, the Jonah Jones Quartet. I already have Jumpin' with Jonah. I wanted the second version of the LP, so I found Jonah Jumps Again, which I was looking for. Paid 50 cents for this one at the thrift shop. It's in near mint shape. That Righteous Feeling, Jonah Jones. When I got this home, I saw that it was my gospel LP. I was like, oh crap, it's going to be shit music, but I listened to the LP and it's actually pretty good. Well worth the 50 cents I paid for it in near mint shape. A compilation. 20 top hits. Covers of different hits. You know those hit 45s that are found? Like this, that have covers of different hits. This is a full LP of them. This one is in very good plus condition. Not mint, but it's in pretty good shape. It was pretty dirty when I got it. I cleaned it up. The cover of Harper Valley PTA is really good. A Story in Jazz, Cat Meets Chick, Adam Moore, Buck Clayton, Jimmy Rushing, another jazz LP. Paid $1 for this at the Goodwill. It's in very good plus condition. Got this at an estate sale. The mono version of 18 Golden Hits of Dee Dee Sharp. This one's near mint in shrink. Well worth the $1. Got this one at the same estate sale. Al Caiola, Solid Gold Guitar Hits That Sold a Million. Instrumental record. It's kind of like a surf record. Paid $1 for this at the estate sale in near mint shape. The World of Marty Robbins, paid $1 for this one. It's a double LP set in near mint condition at the thrift shop. Choice, the Best of the Ramsey Lewis Trio. I got this at the Salvation Army for 65 cents. It's not mint, but it's a good thing that it's a mono LP. The record does have some wear, or the LP has some wear. I looked it over really good before I bought it. 65 cents, it was worth the chance. If it wouldn't have played really good, I could have just threw it away for that price. But it actually plays really good. Marty's Country, Marty Robbins, double LP set, near mint. Paid $1 for this at the thrift shop. Guitar Freakout, The Ventures. Paid $1 for this at Goodwill. It's in near mint shape. Mono version. Go with The Ventures. I already have this one in stereo, but it ain't in really good shape. This one's a mono version, of course, yeah, I said that. Near mint shape. I paid $1 for this at Goodwill. Johnny Cash, I Walk the Line, stereo version. Paid $1 for this, or 50 cents at the thrift shop. I cannot remember. I think it was $1. Not mint, but I checked it over really good before I bought it. It plays pretty good. The mono version of Johnny Cash, I Walk the Line. Paid $1 for this at Goodwill. Near mint shape. I figured for the price. Johnny Cash records are hard to find, so I picked this one up. Thinking I could flip it on eBay or something. Boots, Nancy Sinatra, near mint. Paid $1 for this at Goodwill. Jimmy Rogers, His Golden Year. This one has the hit Honeycomb on it. Paid $1 for this at the thrift shop, I think. And it also has Woman from Liberia, which is another one of my favorite songs from him. For a record that's over 50 years old, this thing is in pretty good shape. I guess in between very good plus and very good plus plus. Not near mint, but it's in pretty good shape. And last but not least, Shantae's Pipeline 45. I already have this one, but it has a nasty click in it. But I found a near mint one at the thrift shop the other day, so I got a nice copy now. The other one I could just give away, so yeah. And that concludes the finds. Bye. Today I went to a local garage sale where a guy was selling a bunch of LPs and a shitload of 45s. I haven't seen that many 45s at a single garage sale in my life. There was bins and bins full of them. Tons. But the guy wanted way too much money for either of them. He wanted $3 a piece for a 45 record, which I thought was really ridiculous. And he wanted $4 a piece for an LP. And when I was searching around in the LP bins, I asked the guy, I was just like, how lenient are you on these? And he told me just to gather up a bunch of LPs and he'll strike me a deal. So that's what I did. I picked up 5 LPs and I spent a total of $10, roughly $2 a piece. The first LP I picked up was Mr. Blue by the Fleetwoods. I love the Fleetwoods. It's on the Dalton label. It's a mono version. The LP is not mint, but it plays alright. Good enough. As far as condition, I couldn't find any better than this. If I found another copy of this, it would probably be beat up majorly, but this one's in alright shape for an LP that's over 50 years old. And the bizarre thing is it's a white labeled promo, not a regular blue Dalton label. Plays alright, sounds alright, suits me fine. Like I said, I would never find anything better than this. If I would find another copy of this, it would probably be beat up as hell. Next LP I picked up was Bestsellers by Rick Nelson. I bought this LP last year, but it was majorly beat up. It had a lot of background noise, and plus it was warped. This LP is in near mint shape. And it even came with a vinyl cover sleeve. Jazz Impressions of Eurasia, the Dave Brubeck Quartet. This is a stereo version in near mint shape. They had other Dave Brubeck LPs there, but they were pretty beat up. This one was the best one, the best condition one. This is just a compilation LP with hits from the Beach Boys, Robert Mitchum, the Cheers, and the Superstocks. It's a hot rod record on the Capitol label. In near mint shape. Well worth the $2. And last but not least, Miles Davis, Seven Steps to Heaven. This is a reissue. It's in alright shape. I rate it very good, plus plus. But there's a minor warp in it. There was a major warp in it when I found it, but I fixed the warp using a space heater and a butcher block from a kitchen. The LP is flat enough. It's not going to get any better than what I got it. There was an original version there, but it was pretty beat up, so this was the best version they had. And that concludes the finds. Bye.